Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Kindred Stitch Folk. I'm your host, Emily, and I think I say this every week, but I'm so excited to record today. If you read the title, you'll know, and I'm going to get right into it, no preamble. Um, I just went ahead and created a retreat this weekend. What? Uh, yeah. So, up here in Alaska, I feel like I've got lunch still in my teeth. I had a salad. And you know how salad just gets into the crevices? Ugh. Anyway, okay. Breathe. I'm so excited. Yeah. Okay. So here's the dealio. Um, Up here in Alaska, we don't have retreats. If you are a crafter in Alaska, you are pretty much signing up to be a solitary individual. We have a few Facebook groups that meet. For me, until last week, all of the times for the meetups for like my Anchorage knit group were at times I could not attend. And so, but I think they finally are going to be doing it on Wednesday night when I can attend. And that's about it. So a couple years ago, I said, all right, well, I don't think I can create a whole retreat because I have no idea what that's about, or how to go about doing it. But I could do like a free let's stitch around the campfire camping 1 day retreat. And so that's what I've been doing for the past couple years, where all my friends on Facebook that are in the area and people I don't know too, we gather at a campground that's about 20 miles outside of Anchorage. And it's so gorgeous. It's right on the trail system, so you can go and walk and see the inlet, or the butte. And we have a campfire roaring by about 9:30 a.m. Everybody comes, and when we're exhausted, that's when we leave. This last year it was really interesting. We had blazing hot sun, then rain, and then really bad wind. And so we had I have two tarp tents, those awning tents, and then a friend of mine brought hers as well. If you don't know, Tundra Toes. Look her up. She's amazing. Look her up on Instagram. She brought her awning tent as well. So we had three awning tents so that we could hide out underneath when it rained, and it was a struggle when the wind was coming, but we didn't care. We barbecued. We had roasted marshmallows. I cross stitched. Actually, there was quite a few of us there that cross stitched this time. We had a lot of knitters and crocheters, and we had a freebie table, and people at the campground kept stopping by. And as per usual, the forest rangers stopped by too. They weren't mad at us or anything for having the gathering. They just are always so curious, and they're just absolutely wonderful people. They never ever get mad at us for having the event. But people from the campground just stopped by. We taught one of the people that was just strolling by how to cross stitch on a stamped kit that I had out on the freebie table. It was amazing. Things never go exactly as I plan because I always think to myself that we're going to have like a show and tell, or we'll have an exchange or a freebie table. By and large, no, it's just a free for all. We're just having too much fun to be bogged down by like schedules. And then everybody leaves usually by about 10 o'clock because that's the quiet time. And then my family, we always stay overnight at the campground and then head out the next morning. And it's just amazing. But this last time we were talking about it, and all of us were saying how much we wanted and felt like, honestly, as crafters, we need a retreat here in Alaska. And I've been contemplating it for months now. And I want to thank FlossTube because it's because of FlossTube and you guys reporting on your retreats. Granted, I have been incredibly envious and jealous. I'm going to admit it freely. But at the same time, it's because of you guys coming back from all of these retreats and talking about like what happened, what was in your goodie bags, the events that went on, who you met, and everything like that. That all of a sudden, just this last weekend, like I broke. I was just like, dang it, I'm gonna make this happen no matter what. So I started researching out Airbnbs and I found literally a mansion here in Anchorage, sleeps 30, yeah, and has enough space for all of us to do whatever craft we want. And the lighting looks amazing, everything. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. The thing is as it's a mansion, it's pretty darn expensive for one person to rent out. So what I did was I put it out there on a couple of my Facebook groups. One cross stitching. I love my group Cross Stitching Unlimited, Cross Stitchers Unlimited. It just always comes up for me immediately. And then, of course, my Anchorage meetup group, I put it out to both of them and I said, hey, are people interested? Are there Alaska peeps here on these forums that are interested in retreat? And the response has been overwhelming. So then I was like, all right, let's just keep going. So I created a Facebook group. Then, and I called it AK Borealis Stitch Retreats. Then I created an interest form, and everybody, well, not everybody, but most of the people filled out the interest form. So then this morning, I created the registration form. So here's the deal, we are having the first ever Borealis Stitch Retreat, and it's going to be from January. Oh, I keep changing the dates because I want it to last forever. But I decided on January 23rd through the 26th. So that is a 3-night stay. You check in on Friday the 23rd and you check out on Monday the 26th, or earlier if you want. And I figured out, okay, what would be the cost if we had 30 people share in the cost of renting out this mansion, and it came out to be extremely reasonable. So it's about $150 for 3-night stay in a mansion per person if we get all 30 people. So then I was like, okay, I can do that, but we need to have people like register and pay ASAP because I got to reserve this mansion. And I can't pay the over $3,000. I don't have $3,000. No, I don't have it. So people need to register and pay. So I had to create the registration form. That was an experience in and of itself because I wanted it to be as informative as possible without being bogged down and give everybody the options that they're hoping for. At the same time, while all of this was going on, in the background, I've been messaging my makers and designers and hand dyers and cross stitch designers and that I know, and I don't know very many in the cross stitch world. In the knitting world, I know a lot. Oh, there's one person I forgot to they're a good friend of mine. I forgot to contact her. I want to see if she wants to be the knitting designer for the weekend. Oh, I forgot to message her. Grr, see, there's so much to do. Um, but I was able to finagle my friend Kathleen of This Handmaker's Life to come out of retirement. She has stopped making bags and she's now making these gorgeous accessory items. She is a master sewist. I have quite a few of her bags and I showed them to you last week, actually. Um, I brought her out of retirement to create for us, design for us a whole new bag that she's never done that will be equally workable for knitters and for cross stitchers. I contacted my friend Maureen of the Charming You. You guys know I love Maureen. I love Charming You. And I just told her, hey, I know you're busy, but if you want to, here's an opportunity for you. And she jumped on it. And so she's hand dyeing the yarn for us for the goodie bags. I contacted another maker that I haven't nailed down yet, but I've been in talks with them for them to provide actual kits for the event for the goodie bag of an Alaska themed design. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then my friend Tundra Toes, she's going to do a demonstration about sock knitting machines. Um, we're going to have a stitch along, like that coincides, if this works out, to the kit that will be in the goodie bag. We'll take a field trip to our local yarn store, Far North Yarn Company. I still have to talk to Kay about that, but she'll be on board. She's amazing. We're gonna do walks or hikes, probably every morning. So about 8:30 in the morning. You know, the area that the mansion is in is very beautiful. It's a subdivision, but it's so quiet and lovely. I used to live over there, and it's perfect for walking. I literally never even knew this thing was there. That's how stum these people have been about this mansion. Um, I know I'm going on a long time about this, but I am so freaking excited. We're gonna have a sort of, I'm making up my own rules for a white elephant gift exchange. So I'm making all that up. We're gonna have a donation table. We'll have a free D-stash table. We're going to have show and tell on Friday night. We're gonna have plenty of stitching opportunities and communing with each other opportunities. We're going to hand dye some. I don't think we're going to hand dye yarn, even though I know how to do it. I just don't have the supplies anymore. But I do have the supplies for hand dyeing cross stitch fabric, Ada. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday morning. Oh my gosh, we're going to have dinner on together on Saturday night. We're going to have a potluck on Sunday night. We're going to have snacks and all kinds of goodies throughout the whole time. So, you might be thinking to yourself, Emily, this is crazy. You've got to be charging a lot of money for this event. Nope. I am not doing this to earn any money. I am doing this because I want this retreat. Maybe if I become a professional retreat organizer, I might then start putting in a little bit of cushion to pay me but no, literally, I am accounting for every nickel, and even though we're not making pennies in the USA anymore, the pennies, every nickel and dime, as they say. So the goodie bags are $100 each, and currently I have enough in that budget for the bag, for the yarn, or the kit, for the cross stitch kit, and I'm talking to some other makers for little doodads to add in, so that every penny of that $100 is used to give you good stuff in your kit, in your goodie bag. Then I'm only charging for what the actual lodging costs. And then there's what I figured or budgeted. I figured about $45 or so per person for snacks for the weekend. I just realized I did not account for paying for the one meal I'm providing for. That was a weird sound. But at the same time, I don't care. I'll just wrangle in all my family to make us meals. So the way it works is, if you want in fact, let me pull it up because I just posted it on my Facebook group. If you don't have to be an Alaskan to come to our Facebook group and or the retreat. We've already got people, you know who you are, from around the world. Not around the world. What am I thinking? From nope, AK Borealis retreat. There it is. And then okay, let me go to the AK Borealis. Emily, come on. All right, I'll just go to the registration. We have people from the East Coast coming and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna read you what I wrote in my form. Okay, so event dates January 23rd through the 26th of 2026. The location is a cozy Airbnb in Anchorage. You will not get the location unless you are registered. I will send you the location at that time because it is a house. It is not like a hotel or anything. So, lodging is $155 per person. That covers the entire stay of 3 nights lodging. Snacks and one group meal is $45. Optional goodie bag of $100. If you are in Anchorage and you don't want to sleep over at the lodge, but you do want to attend the retreat and partake in all of the goodies, it's $60. Okay. So let me see here. So my total is, let me find, okay. So lodging with goodie bags for either the knitter or the cross stitcher, $295. That's it. 295. That's it. I can afford that, and I'm poor. Then no lodging with the goodie bag, but plus the goodie bag would be 145. So no lodging and no goodie bag would just be 60. And I have it all out here. I've got it all set up. So whatever you choose. Oh, and you can also get an additional goodie bag of any type you want so that you can get what you want from this retreat. Pretty darn amazing, right? Oh, and I also set it up so that it's through PayPal. So, which means we can use the pay later option. So you pay in 4 installments, but that does not affect on my end me getting the money so that I can then reserve the lodging. And just so all of you are aware, because I'm totally honest, you know this, I even created a whole separate PayPal account that I haven't linked any of my banks to. I might even go and get a whole new bank account for this. I don't know. Because I want to be completely above board. I don't want any of that money intermingling with my everyday money at all. So I created a whole separate account, everything. See? I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking. Oh, okay. So if you want to join in, no matter where you live, you can come. Granted, January is one of our coldest times of year, but it's also, we're going to have cozy fires going. We're going to be, have lots of blankets around. We are going to be nice and toasty. And I am going to create a packing list for winter in Alaska, as well as a separate packing list suggestion for what to bring to a retreat. Okay. So I'm going to have all of that. There's going to be regular email updates. I'm going to start working on the email updates later this week. And so everybody can get excited. If I can convince somebody to create us a cross stitch pattern that we could start together before the event, I think we'll start a sal before the event. There was something else I wanted to do, but there's actually quite a few things I wanted to do, but I told myself I had to slow my roll. Like that, these mini classes that I have in my head that I honestly could just do, um, that needs to wait for future retreats. For now, we just need to focus on actually having a retreat, not any of like, yes, we're having extra doodads, we're having goodie bags and stuff, but I feel like a goodie bag to me would be part of the experience. Just like when I registered for the Jingle Bell Ball, getting the kits was part of the experience of me registering. So I'm just saying the goodie bags are non-optional for me as far as it being a part of the retreat. It can totally be a part optional for you, okay? So, if you want to be a part of the first ever Borealis stitch retreat, in which knitters, cross stitchers, and crocheters are more than welcome. And I would say spinners, but I really honestly, I'm a little nervous about also having spinning wheels in that space for right now. After this year, yeah. Then you can join my Facebook group, AK Borealis Stitch Retreats. And it's flashing across your screen now. Also, I will have a link to it in the description below. And then you can fill out the registration form and get going and get to know all of us. We've been chatting all weekend. We already have over 40 members in this group, and I only need 30 to make this retreat happen. And we've already got 41 people in the group. Now, not I literally, like 20 minutes before I started recording this episode is when I published the registration form. And so um um I have no idea who's registered. By the way, I am included in that. I have to pay that same amount of money that you guys. I have lunch on my shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've got salad on my shirt. I just felt it. Anyway, I have to pay too. I am not excluded. I included myself in everything. I am not trying to give myself a free retreat or anything. I have to pay, and I'm going to pay for it all. I think I'm going to go, oh man, that is hard. I want to get both the knitter's bag, goodie bag and the cross stitch bag. Oh, by the way, also, I'm going to have trunk shows. I'm going to represent Maureen from Charming You. I think I'm going to represent Kathleen. There's a local hand dyer of fabric who's going to have a little booth table. Tundra Toes is going to have one. Anybody else? Like, we're going to make this happen. If we have to put the market in the garage, that's what we're going to do. Okay? But oh my gosh, I'm so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, let's talk about stitching, and then we're going to talk a little bit about life stuff, okay? So I felt like I didn't have much to show you, and I still feel that way. But this bag here is just from Cutie Pie. Isn't that right? Cutie Pie? On Etsy. It's just stuffed full of 3 different designs. So let me show you what's been happening. You guys remember last week I started 2 different designs that are free. What the heck? Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, let's throw that away. Somehow I must have just grabbed all of my thread ends, and it got stuck in there. So you guys might remember, oh, hold on, let me go grab my cork. Okay, I got my cork board, and I found one project that I had totally forgot to bring over. Um, all right, so you guys might remember last week I started the free pattern. I think it said Cozy Winter or something. It's got heart-shaped smoke coming out of the house, but I only did the snow here, and then the free pattern, the winter scene from Crocetta A Go-Go. I started over here, and that's how far I've gotten on that. Now, this is hand-dyed 18 count Ada that I dyed myself. So it's this beautiful blue, and I made it so there's like a smokiness to it by doing an extra step of hand dyeing. The problem with the Crocetta Go-Go one is that I have made quite a lot of mistakes. And this was supposed to be my small from my smalls exchange in my Discord group that I'm a member of. It's not mine. But the more I stitched on it, the more I felt like I didn't want to give this to somebody with all the mistakes in it. Come to find out, I've been wearing the wrong glasses this whole time. So I have brand new readers that are the correct. I've been struggling to stitch. I'm telling you guys, and my eyes were hurting. So now I have the correct prescription now, and I can actually see. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh my gosh, the difference is astounding. I can actually see the stitches, and so I can get back to this, and I feel a lot more confident that I will actually get this done well. I'm still going to finish both of these, but I don't know. It's just Emily, okay? I was looking on Etsy and I found this pattern called Christmas Cow, I think it's called. Um, and I loved it and I thought that people would love it too. And so I purchased it. It was really cheap too. And I started it on again. Well, this one is actually 16 count. No, this is 18 count too. Ada. And I'm actually doing 2/1 on this because I really wanted it to pop. Now I'm a little bit regretting it up here with the cow legs. So that's as far as I've gotten. And I also messed up. I actually made this line down here way too long. So this is going to be a candy cane right here, and I've decided to add a miniature candy cane there, and then I had to fudge the snow down below to make all of it happen. So yet again, Emily has messed up, but you know what? I think it's really cute still. And I'm about to start the body of the cow. Now there's going to be a stocking right here, which you can see from the image on your screen. You can see all of that. So this fabric here, I had started a sampler that I was going to do for my sisters each, but the first iteration of it, I started going the wrong way. Then this one, I wasn't loving it. I just was not having a good time with it. And yeah, there's so many sister samplers out there though, so I felt like I didn't need to stick with the one that I had chosen. So anyway, I am having a grand time with this Christmas cow, and it's got a chicken on top. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And my niece is gonna help me make it into a pillow, a smalls pillow for my exchange. I broke out my sewing machine out of the closet. I'm so excited. And the other small that I had worked on, and I think I got some progress on it since last you saw it. I'm not positive, but I'm going to show it anyway because the ladies of, oh my goodness, everybody knows them. Aha. So it is Chrissy and Linda Sippin' and Stitchin'. Finally a farm girl. Um, so I think it's Linda who found this pattern from somebody else apparently who was also stitching it from HMP um designs on Etsy. And so she's going to start it too, but this is where I've gotten to on mine. I kind of felt like I was super cool because like I didn't know all these other people were going to be stitching this pattern and like I started before that. But I felt super cool. So that's the pattern. That's as far as I've gotten. I literally can't remember if I've gotten any farther than the last time you saw me. Reason being, I got really focused on trying to figure out the smalls, and then I needed a break from all of that. So the last thing I stitched on was my stamped Christmas kit. And I had a goal this weekend to get all of the black, the 310, stitched up. And I got so close, but I ran out of steam. I got so exhausted. But here is now where I am at. Now, anything you see that is black is what I have stitched. So this light blue up here is the last of the black that has to be stitched. And I know it's hard to see everything on here, but there's it was so much fun doing all of these interesting like almost confetti type things. Like I haven't stitched the yellow part obviously, but it felt kind of confetti-ish because I was skipping around so much with the black. So here is a better view of like on the back of what I have stitched. That's how much. So I did quite a lot. So on this piece, I did pretty much all of this. Well, no, I didn't do pretty much. I did all of this from about here over this weekend. And I'm pretty happy with that. You can really see the outline of Santa and the bear really well now from the back. So my goal now is tonight to finish up all of the black 310. And it's so comforting to me. I love color completion. I just love the stability of it, the continuous nature of it. I was watching a new to me cross stitcher. She's in the Air Force or the Navy or something, but she only does full coverage, and she's really highly organized and goal oriented and really impressive. I'll put her name across the screen if I can remember it. Um, but she was talking about doing extreme color completion, or was it extreme traveling or something like that? Something they call it in full coverage, where you literally do all of one color the entire way across the pattern before you move on to the next one. And when we're talking about um, heaven and earth designs or pain-free craft designs when they're full coverage, that's impressive. Mine is a lot smaller than theirs, and it's taking me quite a while to get mine done. But I love it. It's just so comforting. So I guess I'm doing kind of the extreme color completion. But she talked about how when you're thinking about doing something like that, you need to look at the full picture of the pattern. You don't want to be completing black over here and then have to skip a whole bunch and then start um, working on the black over here because there's no black in between that area. You want to be able to travel all the way across in a continuous loop, if at all possible, maybe small gaps. And that's what would qualify to then do the extreme color completion. I don't think I'm calling that right, but there's that. So, in case I don't have this on the screen, here is what the finished project will look like. I also found somebody this weekend when I was cross-stitching and just relaxing after trunk or treat and everything from the night before. I found another lady who does a lot of stamped kits on YouTube, and it really validated me, I gotta say, because sometimes the stamped stitch stuff is sometimes it makes you feel like you're either cheating or like you're not as good of a stitcher as other people who do the true counted. And to tell you the truth, you are. You really are. Just because you want something a little bit less stressful to your mind, counted cross stitch, let's just be honest, can be very stressful. Stamped cross stitch, you're generally not getting the best quality as far as fabric and everything, but it is a lot more comforting and relaxing. That's for sure. And I actually find I get way more engrossed in my stamped cross stitches than I do in my counted. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to show you. I haven't worked on it at all, but I was looking for my library card. So I knew it was in my old wallet, and I was looking for it. And I came across under my bed. By the way, I got my library card, and because I don't know what happened to my subscription for just cross stitch and for the cross stitcher from the UK. They've never arrived this month. I don't get it. And I went to Barnes and Noble. They're all sold out. I can't buy it off the shelf. So I got my library card back activated on the Libby app, and I've been looking at the magazines that way, and wow, I am really excited. But while I was doing that, I found a piece that I started last November when I was a new cross stitcher, like super new. It's a Dimensions Gold kit. I can't find the kit right now. I know I've got it somewhere. I just got to locate it. But this has half stitches or tent stitches. This has blended colors, all kinds of stuff. And look how good I was. I mean, this is a Christmas stocking, and I was stitching it. I didn't know if I was stitching it for my husband or for my son. My husband really loves it, and when I pulled it out again last night and he saw it, or Saturday, and he saw it, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to keep working on that." So I do need to find I hold on one second. Sorry, that was my surgeon's office calling to confirm that I am coming in tomorrow for a new ultrasound because in case I haven't mentioned it, we think I have to go in for another surgery. Great. Anyway, back to this beauty. But when I pulled this out the other day, my hubby, Mr. Radio, as I fondly call him, was like, "You've got to complete that." And you know what else I was really impressed with? I had taken the time on this piece to do a running stitch along the edge. I loaded it onto this scroll frame, which I didn't even remember I had, and everything. Like, I was into it last November and December. I need to get right back to this. I found another thread. Is this attached to something? Oh, look at that. I was doing the parking method at one point, even on this. That is a snap. I didn't even, guys, I had never watched a FlossTube last November. Now, the fabric itself is pretty dusty and dirty, so I'm really glad that it's this Ada. I believe it's 16 count. It looks like 16 count to me because I am going to have to wash this when this is done. See, look, a more thread. What is happening with you, Emily? All this thread everywhere. Golly gee. Okay, so that is what I have stitched on. Now we're going to move into haul, and I want you guys to be prepared for that. If you do not want to watch haul, please skip ahead because I have been, so you guys have seen my haul that I've been getting from garage sales, but I have not been sharing with you my haul that I've been collecting for the past 4 or 5 months. That I've bought from, say, Etsy sellers or 123 Stitch. The only thing I've ever shown you is the Jingle Bell Ball stuff. So I want you to know that this is an accumulation of over 6 months or 5 or 6 months of haul. And I want you to also remember that I am new to cross stitch. Some of the time I don't know what I'm doing when I buy haul. Some of the time I get too excited. And so, but if this is triggering for you at all, I want you to totally skip it. And I will say, unless you want to skip to the time that I'll have on the bar down below to when I talk about life stuff, I'll say thank you for joining me and I will see you on the next episode. But otherwise, let's get it. Okay, my dears. So let's start talking about my haul. Again, like I said a moment ago, keep in mind that this is about 5 to 6 months worth of accumulation. I'm a new stitcher. Sometimes I get overly excited, but most of the stuff I do try by and large to be more thrifty. So a good portion of this first part that I'm going to show you is either I bought on sale or I got from one of the D-Stash groups on Facebook. So this first one I got from 123 Stitch when they, every week they have a Mill Hill kit that is on sale, and I saw this one. I don't know when. It was recent. This is a recent purchase. I know that, but it's called Fairy Festive Fairy Cottage. And what I didn't see when I purchased it is there's two little fairies up here. I just saw the cottage and the festiviness, and I wanted it. I don't like the fairies, but I'll probably still stitch them. I'm probably going to stitch this on Ada though, because my lifestyle, I don't think that the paper will survive. Just don't think that I'll be able to finish this before. Then this is my entire, I think this is my entire stack of patterns that I have purchased from D-Stashers, okay, on Facebook. So there's a lot. So let's just go through. The first one is actually a pack. The lady had this all packaged up, ready to stitch, and she just never did. So she D-Stashed it. I think I got the whole thing for $20. And I saw this and it reminded me of my mom for some reason, and it still does. So I knew I had to get it. Brenda Gervais, The Earth Laughs. And the saying on there says, The earth laughs with flowers. I think that's what it says. I'll look in just a sec. I wanted to give you a second to see. Um, the earth laughs in flowers, not with. And then here's all the flosses she had kitted up. You might be seeing the Weeks Dye Works. Yep. Not too excited about that, but I don't like Weeks Dye Works, but I mean, can you believe this? I got the whole thing. I looked up. I think this pattern is $18 normally. Wow. I need to find a place to put all this. Then I got a bunch of Thanksgiving patterns, but from a couple different ladies, I believe. So, I got the Cricut collection, Be Ye Thankful. I love this one. I am not a huge fan at present of the Cricut collection. I say at present because I've actually never stitched any of their patterns. Everyone who stitches them loves them. I just haven't really been like excited about the lettering with the designs, like the Halloween one, what didn't grab me and all that. Maybe it will after I do this one, but I'm definitely doing this one. I'm thinking about, see, I'm really torn. I want to start all of these right now. If there's one you think I should start this week, comment below that you see that is of Thanksgiving themed, okay? Then I've got Autumn Blessing. May your blessings be as countless as the autumn leaves. And this is by Waxing Moon Designs. I love that one so much. I also got Turkey Trio by Waxing Moon Designs. I mean, come on. Oh, I feel like this one's a no-brainer for me to cast on. Start? This one is, I mean, the design it didn't grab me. It's the wording on the design that grabbed me. And I think the lady was selling it for like 50 cents. So I grabbed it. Um, greet each day with a grateful heart. Oh, come on. There you go. And then the one up top says, I think something like new day, new way. I'm definitely doing this one. I'm going to spruce it up with different colors and things like that. I'm going to make it be a lot more cheerful, less muted or ho hum, if you will. This one, I could not believe it. I also could not believe it because the posting that I saw this one in, it had like 153 or something like it was well over 150 patterns for sale. And it seemed like practically every single one had been grabbed, but this one hadn't. And I got it for $8. The Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. I mean, I cannot tell you how excited I am about this one. I see people stitching it all the time. This one to me feels more like I can start this at any time. I don't need to start it for Thanksgiving this year. So I am going to hold off on starting this one. But the lady also had, okay, this is the last one from that lady. Pumpkin Hill House. Who is this by? Little House Needleworks. And I just thought she was adorable. For this entire package, I looked it up on my Facebook. I spent $12 from this lady. I got these two patterns. And I need to go look because I'm pretty sure one of these patterns is like 18. Now from Hollis Hill Designs, I got one, two. Nope, that one is from a D stash. So I just got these two. I got Un Core in Fattoria by Cecilia Volta. I've never heard of this lady. Oh, come on. You can. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. I think. Yes, there we go. Now you see it. Isn't that beautiful? That little farm with all the autumn surrounding it. I love this one. I can't wait. Now these are all paper patterns, and I'm not great at paper patterns, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so this one I got from Hollis Hollis Hands Create because I just had to. I'm sorry. I just had to. And I have purchased online from another Etsy seller. Let's see if I can find. Here's one. I had to break up getting the threads from two different sellers. So one is still coming because I actually forgot to press buy on it. So I just pressed buy on it last night. But it's gentle. No, the gentle art floss, and I have felt it, and it feels great to my hand. And so I got half of the floss from one seller, and the other is still coming. But I am so excited, and I determined that I just had to do the colors as is. I don't want to change a single thing except for, of course, the initials and the year. Um, I even really like it's so funny. Look at the house. I know it's because they're trying to mimic like light coming in and washing on the house, but there's this patch of weird blue here, and then there's this navy thing going on here, and then there's this. It's so weird, and yet I love it. Like I don't want to change that at all. Yeah. Okay, I got to make sure those stay together. And actually, I'm putting that aside because that might be cast on sooner rather than later. Okay, so those were my two. Yes, those were my two from Hollis Handmaids. And then this one was a little bit more expensive from a D stash, but I really liked it. And it really kind of represents how I feel about my home. So I went ahead and spent the $12 on it. This lady had a really expensive patterns, and so I'm surprised I got anything from her. But this is by the Proper Stitcher, an original design by Annie Turner, Friends O' Plenty. So I'll let you go ahead and take a look at it, and then I'll read the saying to you. Look at that house in the pot with the flowers coming out. Oh my gosh. And it says, may your home always be too small to hold all your friends. If I could, this would be our stitch along for the retreat. Ah, yeah. I don't have any of the threads or anything. Then from Teresa Kogut. Isn't this what it is? Yes, Teresa Kogut. So I'm a member of her. Oh, there's my servant's heart pattern. So that's actually not a new purchase. I've had that a while. I'm a member of her Patreon, and so you get a discount code every month to purchase patterns in her shop. And I thought I purchased a digital pattern, but apparently I purchased the physical pattern. And this is every season. A Time to Work. That's the name of it. And I'm trying my hardest to get into the 250th anniversary stitch along, in which we do 16 finishes for our patriotic holiday. So I loved this one. I could see me doing this one. So yeah, I got that one from Teresa Kogut. Then I think I got this at one of my secondhand stores, and I just found it the other day, and I don't think I've shown it to you. The Gold Collection Victorian Way. This one, well, it came from Pennsylvania. Wow. Okay. Because it says Pennsylvania over here. Interesting. This one was put out in 1998. It's 8 by 4 inches. Oh, wait, hold on. 8 by 4 inches frame size without mat, or 11 by 7 frame size with mat as shown. And then it says 18 count Ada fabric, needle, and easy instructions, including easy to read multicolored chart. We'll see about that, Mr. Dimensions. You guys like to trick us into thinking that you're going to be easy. Okay. So, you guys might remember that I don't have a lot of fabric. So, I went ahead and signed up for the Fabric of the Month through Fat Quarter Shop. I already am regretting it because, I mean, I love the color, but I got just Witch Alt Premium Linen 28 count. I could have purchased this easily on my own if I had wanted it. We'll see. I'm gonna give it another month. I can't remember how much it is. Is it $30 a month? See, and to me, like if it's worthwhile, then I'm good with it. But if it's just continuing to be stuff like this, I don't think that that's worthwhile to me. But it is a beautiful color. Can you see the color? It's Stony Point. Yeah, Stony Point. It's interesting. It's a green, that looks blue to me on my screen. But it's like a greeny, bluey gray. It's really pretty. But again, I could have easily just gone to the Fat Quarter Shop and purchased that. All right, let's put these aside because these are part of an actual big project. Let's see. From Star Stitch Store, I got a lot of stuff. Let's see, what was the date on this? Do I have a date? Postage 8/20/2025. So this has been sitting in my stash for 2 months. 2.5 months. And I haven't worked on it. Okay. This is the one I want to show you. Okay. So I purchased Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. And then I went to 1, 2, 3 stitch, and I got all the flosses for it. So I have everything I need, except for, I can't remember. Oh no, I just purchased no, I don't think I have the fabric for it. Let's see. Stitch count. Let's see, what's it say? You could do 40 count linen, or 2 skeins will be required for 32 or 36 count. Oh, I didn't buy 2 skeins. Oh, so I'm not ready. I'm half ready. So if I do 18 count Ada, the finished size is going to be 15. No, I don't know what that means. 15-3. Oh, 15 inches 3/8 by 20 inches and 1/2, 20.5 inches. And I think I'm going to do 18 count because I have Ada in my stash. And while it's not this color, I can tea dye it and make it that color. So it looks like I'm going to have to go and purchase a second round of all of the floss. Okay. All right. So that is a project. So I'm going to sit that over there with my Paula's Handmade stuff. Then I got the Patriotic Barn Trio by Waxing. Apparently, I like Waxing Moon Designs, guys. Peaceful Justice Freedom? No, Liberty Justice. I'm reading it backwards. I thought I could do that. Then we have from Little House Needleworks, we have Brave Hearts. And I'll read you what it says on there in a second. It says, red for brave hearts that burn with liberty for the peace they earn, making men free. Stars for the heavens above, blue for the deep, where in their country's love heroes shall sleep. Amen. And then the last one I got from Country Cottage Needleworks, I got Sweet Land of Liberty. It appears to focus better if we can see my face just a tiny bit. Okay. And the last one I got, which I think is absolutely gorgeous, Flowers of Liberties by Samplers and Primitives. Okay, so let's just make sure that that's everything out of here so I can finally throw this away. A project card, which I'm thinking of designing some of these. Yeah, and that's just the receipt. Okay, so that can go into the garbage. Okay. And then, just to shore up my stash, look at this. I do have. Okay, I've got Ada. This looks like 18 count, but I gotta make sure. 60 by 39-inch fabric. It's not giving me the count. Is it really not giving me the count? Date. It doesn't give me the count. But it looks like 18 count. And this is in a creamy yellow, but also not like this is a really good neutral. I could easily see doing Hawk Run Hollow on this. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's see what you guys think. Right? I mean, it's a less brown, but I think it would still work well. So that's a possibility. Okay. Then I also have, I broke into this one because I dyed up my fabric for my smalls from this one. Oh, my smalls. I cut this one in half, and this is from Amazon. This is 19 by 28 inch, 18 count cross stitch fabric by KCS. Let me look really quick. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm going to pause this and come back so I can tell you exactly how much these cost off of Amazon. Okay, so the KCS costs $9.99. I don't know if you can see that. Where is the price? Where is the price? Oh, look, they've got lots of different colors. $9.99 down here. So I purchased this for $9.99. And it's a really good fabric. It's a little flimsy after I dyed it, but actually I like it. I think it will do better once. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I'm going to put these into hoops because I feel like this fabric is a little too flimsy. That's maybe why some of my stitches are not great. Then this one, let me go back. Oh, it is 18 count. Okay. So 59 by 39 inches in beige, $18.99 for this one. And like this will last me years and years and years. Then the last one, which is again, this one is 22 count. I'm so excited about this one. 22 count, it is oh, they're not showing me. They only show me the price for the 9 count now. They must be out of the 22 count. But the 9 count is $22 and the 16 count is $17 that you can get for this one. And it is by Donmon. And this is 60 inches by 39 inches. And to me, that's great. I think I probably spent that amount. Then from Walmart one day when we were grocery shopping, I saw this and grabbed it. I think it was less than $10. I like it. Then my order came in from 123 Stitch. That was with the floss. And so I now have the felt, the wool felt, not the regular like everyday felt that I want to put on my cork board. I'm a little nervous about it, so I haven't done it yet. The main thing that I'm nervous about is I think I want to cover the edges as well with some fabric, and I'm not really positive about how to go about it. So this was a gift from one of my coworkers, which I love. I think it's embroidery. It looks like embroidery. Then an order from the Fat Quarter Shop. This one was pretty recent, 10/17. So oh, it was only this thing. Okay. Okay. It was only this. That's the only thing I got. Autumn at Hot Run Hollow. My goodness, there's a lot of colors to get. This is a thick book too. Look at all these colors to get. I really like the autumn one. Look at this one. I love that one. The covered bridges. I've always loved covered bridges. The Brooklet sings in Dreamy Story. I love it. I got this from an Etsy, not an Etsy seller, from a eBay person for like $3. And I was just fascinated with it. I was like, what in the hell is this? So I got it. It's apparently a whole kit. I don't know if it's got the floss in there. Yeah, it feels like the floss is in there. But you stitch it and then you put it in this weird like frame. I think it's hilarious. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. I think it's so cute. More patterns. So this is from Kingsland Needle. No, this is from no. Okay, so this group is from Kingsland Needle Art on Etsy. Oh, I know why I got this. Let's see if you guys know what this quote is from. He is a gentleman. I am a gentleman's daughter. So far, we are the same. You guys know what this is from? Yep, Pride and Prejudice. Oh, we are equal, not the same. So sorry, Elizabeth. So sorry. And then I got this um Happy Life Set Autumn Set number 1, and it says plenty grateful and then giving thankful. This is a Jeanette Douglas design. So trying to get it all in while also being close enough that you can see it really well. Okay, and then her Autumn 2 set, Gather Home and Harvest Blessings. Isn't that fun? Such fun colors. I got love, 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 love. So I got those from Kingsland. Then from Hollis Handmade, she sent me, I don't know if I paid for this. I'll have to look at the receipt because I don't remember buying this. But this receipt was from August 16th. Um, Honey of Tiny Town. I don't know. I have to break into this. Obviously, I haven't opened it at all. Everything's still in there. But I also got from her on that order the winter salt boxes from Plum Street. You can tell I was already thinking about autumn or winter. And the from Silver Creek Samplers Home with You. I have this thing about welcome home signs or home type signs like this. I love them so much. And I know I don't need more than one in my home, and yet I keep getting them. I also got okay. I got okay. So I got 2 more from her at that on that order. I got the House of Hawkrun Hollow. I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. If you put items into your cart on Etsy and then you walk away, by and large, the sellers will send you a coupon for a discount to come back and purchase. I always do that. And then at that time, it also gives me the opportunity to say, do I really want this? Yes, I really wanted this. And then I got my very first long dog sampler, which I have to do because it reminds me of my husband. So what I'm going to do, I think this was stitched on the dark blue and then the white is actually what's stitched. I can't remember if it's reversed, so you stitch the dark blue and the white is the Ada or something. I'm assuming no. But I'm just gonna stitch it as it is, whatever it is in here. But I love this because it's got little words like sweetheart. You see it? Sweetheart. And there's a word of darling over here somewhere. And yeah. P.S. I love you. Hmm. And then there's all the I love you in all these different languages. And so this is Mots d'amor or Mots d'amor. There you go. But I saw that and it was like my husband was speaking or like it was speaking to me about my husband. So I repackaged this as best I could because I wanted you guys to see. It's been squished quite a lot, but this lady packaged her stuff so amazing. It's from Cutie Pie Stitch. Okay. I literally can't remember what's in here. Oh yeah. The hands-on design for the summer series, the home. See, I told you I like home. This is literally the only one in the chalk series I like. The only one. But I love roses and I love home. So there you go. And then at the same time, I got this one from Tiny Modernist. The autumn farm kind of thing going on, harvest time. Tiny Modernist. Cutie Pie Stitching So interesting. Is Cutie Pie the same as Tiny Modernist? Oh no, that's a sticker she put on there. Okay. Counted cross stitch pattern. What is this one called? Autumn Band Sampler. So I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm even getting exhausted. Okay, that one's no garbage. Then this one, oh, I got some floss. I just tried out from this one lady who hand dyes. Wouldn't recommend it. She just had for $5. She had these two kits that she had tried hand dyeing on. So I got set one, and I don't know what this means, 3,000. It feels crunchy. It kind of reminds me of Weeks Dye Works, but yeah. Oh, that's like straw. That's like straw. So I probably won't be doing that. If somebody wants these, you can let me know and I can send these to you. If you like the feel of Weeks Dye Works, then I think you'll be totally fine with these. But I don't. I just gave it a try. I mean, the lady tried hand dyeing floss. It's like, good on you, girl. Okay, we're almost there. I promise, we're almost there. All right, so trying to figure out who this was from. I bought some fabric from a lady. Um, let's see here. I got 28 count. What the hey? Oh, it's so pretty, actually. I really like it. And from Be Stitch Me, the lady sold it from Be Stitch Me. Because everybody talks about Be Stitch Me. I want to get on the Be Stitch Me train. And this one is 25 count Vintage Stormy Clowns by Zweigart. Okay, look at this, guys. Look at that. Like, come on. What am I gonna do with this one? I don't know. Uh, this is back when I didn't know what the heck I was doing, by the way. I bought these a long time ago, like in the spring. And then I got 16 count. Oh, what the hey. Oh, was I thinking at the time to try what the hey in both linen and 16 count to see which one I like better? That was smart of me. And yet I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I got a fat eighth of each from Be Stitch Me. Hmm, smart one, Emily. Ooh, let's see what I got. It's like Christmas. I got the blue flower, magpie, and the moon. That one also reminds me of my mom. Oh no, magpie. That's my husband. He also likes mockingbirds a lot. Then I've got Hydrangea Hill by Stitching with the Housewives. This is the August Blooming Roots. So is that from this year? I couldn't have been from this year because I did not buy this year. I mean, I bought it this year, but you know what I'm trying to say. And then Sampler Holidays Thanksgiving by Blueberry Ridge Design. So this is a whole bunch of designers I have never stitched from. And I'm super excited about that. Okay. Okay, so that's all of that. So this is the one that I'm willing to give away. So let's put that over there. And then this one I got back. Did I get it as a whole kit? I don't remember. No, this is fabric. But you oh, somebody's at my door. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on with my camera, but I have restarted this tiny little section. This is my fourth time. If this goes down, then I'm done. Okay. So I bought two fabrics because I thought, see, now I have to start over and tell you about this again. I thought I was buying a Jane Austen sampler. I know I remember that because I wanted to get on the Jane Austen train, stitching for her birthday anniversary. This is a Jane Allen. But what's funny is it's by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I didn't think I had any patterns by Hello from Liz Matthews. But in that same order, I got 32 count Lugana. Isn't that gorgeous? And I don't know what this one says. Let's put it up to you guys. This one says something like 32 count. Is that right? I don't know what that says. 32 count fright? I don't know. But this is also Lugana. It's got to be because it looks the exact same as far as the weave is concerned. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording so it's safe. Okay, so we just have 1, 2, 3, 4 more things, okay? So I did get myself some vintage cloth by Lori Holt, Me and My Bonnet, 25 count even weave. This is 27 by 36 inches. I don't know if I got this from Fat Quarter or what, but I do think that at the time I remembered it was a good deal. Then, oh, this is so pretty. These, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a full kit. I think all the last of these are D-Stash from Facebook. So I got 3 stockings for February. Love is in the Air by Blackbird Designs. And here you can see the patterns better on the back. I like those. Then I have to remove the thing on here because it says, oh, I got it with the linen. Nice. So I got this for $10 on D-Stash. It is Liberty Mills sampler, and this is an old one because this right here, whoops. This right here, that's a picture. I like this. That's pretty. And I have the linen in the back. I want to stick this back in it because I like to remember these things. I don't know what linen it is. 32 count, it says. When I paid by PayPal, it says. Then I got this one, an unopened kit. I paid $15 for this one. Actually, I can leave that on there because it's not showing anything. Okay, so this is a Christmas sampler. Oh, it came with more. This is old too. Wow. Okay, so a Christmas sampler. And it comes with everything in there. The floss, the linen, um, and it says on the front, the words on the front says, let no pleasure tempt thee, no profit allure thee, no ambition corrupt thee, no example sway thee, no persuasion move thee to do anything which thou knowest to be evil. So shalt thou always live jollily, for a good conscience is a continual Christmas. So this is by the Sampler House. You can see it at the very bottom there. And it comes with the linen and everything. I don't know. I got this for $15. I don't know why she first had 25 on there and then marked it off and I paid 15. I don't know. Maybe nobody wanted it. It doesn't look very Christmassy to me, so I'm not going to be stitching this anytime soon, but that's nice. And let's see. This one, the lady she gave me a free hands-on design pumpkin, which is cute. And then I got Little House Needleworks, My House, My Home. Oh my gosh, do I have a thing for My House, My Home kind of stuff, or Welcome Home and all that? Huh. Can you see me? There we go. There. And then this one, oh, look at that. I got another My Lady Liberty. Oh, chart 141 by Little House Needleworks. I like that one. That might be a really easy way to ease into the Liberty stitching. I like this one. And then this one, oh my goodness, look at this one. Needleworker's Garden Sampler by Twin Peaks Primitive. I don't think this was on a D-Stash. Was it? I don't know anymore. But that is my haul from the last 6 months. Cool. Not a lot of fabric, quite a lot of patterns. I need to start building up my fabric, but at the same time, maybe I don't, because I did buy those really big Ada rolls, so that might keep me instead. And then I've got one, two, three, four, five fabrics that I bought over the last 6 months. So that might keep me, I think that's all the fabric. There's my felt. That might keep me going for quite a while. I don't know. Do you guys know? Like, what's a reasonable stash? I think I'm pretty much maxed out on the patterns, but what's a reasonable stash for fabric? And like what would that look like? Like what do I need to like fill in the gaps? So we've got 32 count Lugana, we've got some um Zweigart 25 count, we've got 16 count Be Stitch Me, and then we've got 28 count. So we've got a lot of linen. Oh, and then there's the other linen, or not the linen, but oh, there it is, the Lori Holt's 25 count. Man, I'm all over the place. So I have all of these. Do you think that's good enough? I feel like at least for a year or so, this is good enough. And plus, I need to learn how to stitch on linen anyway, as we've already discussed. So get on it, Emily. All right, my dear friends. So thank you for joining me on this episode that yet again is super long. Even though I'm posting every week, I can't seem to not have long episodes. There's just too much to talk about. If you want to join in and at least talk with those of us in the Alaska Borealis Stitch Retreat group, you can just join just to talk, even if you don't think you can come. Like, we've got two ladies from the lower 48. One lady, oh, okay, there's three ladies. One lady, I think she's from Kentucky. She's definitely coming. But two other ladies from the lower 48, they just wanted to be in it, to talk about it, and like daydream about coming up for it. And so join. Like, we're talking about all kinds of stuff in there, and we're really doing a really good job of introducing ourselves and all of that. And we've got people from North Pole, Fairbanks, lots of people from Kenai. I don't think we have anybody from Homer in there yet. Kenai, Soldotna, Anchorage, a lot of people from Anchorage. So I think our Anchorage peeps, we're going to meet up sooner rather than later. But it's just amazing. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. And remember, first off, please remember not to judge your own stash or your own abilities by anybody else's. If you were enabled by anything I showed you today and you have the funds, go ahead and get it. If you liked what you saw and you know you can't afford it right now, put it on your wish list, okay? Like, things aren't going anywhere. All right? Um, just I just don't want people to feel like um they're less than if they don't have as big a stash than somebody else. And my stash isn't even big. Like, this is all that I own now in stitching, what you see here. Oh, besides from my kits. We know that I've got a lot of kits. And besides from the things that I've already shown you from the garage sales. But, just go at it in your own way. I know I am. Anyway, and then the other thing, as always, remember to stitch what you love and to love what you stitch. Ta-ta for now.